Hey guys, it's MugenLord here, and I'm back again with another discussion video. And today is Monday, we're starting off the new week, and we have a whole lot of information in here to discuss. But before I begin, I just want to remind you guys that tomorrow there will be a Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite live stream, so you guys want to go check that out because the DLC characters of Winter Soldier, Black Widow, and Venom is releasing, along with the many different new costumes that's coming out. So I definitely want to live stream that, play you guys online, hit the lab and just see what the new characters have to offer. And then of course we have on Thursday a Tekken 7 live stream will be of course uploaded and everything. So if you guys want to go check that out, remember I'll be streaming around 8 or 9 p.m. Eastern time, so make sure you check out Tekken 7. And then Friday I'll be doing King of Fighters 14 live stream, so you guys can check that out. And then on Saturday we end things with Street Fighter 5 live stream. So this is just a reminder to let you guys know what I'm up to. So if you guys want to hit any of those streams or even show support by sending donations and everything, just feel free, come check us out. Alright, so in this video we want to talk about, of course, our favorite fighting games. And now, as far as this information is concerned, this information has been out for quite some time, but it's been constantly been updating. And I'm starting to learn that when it comes to rumors, not all the time, but when something is being repeated so many times and it's been sticking and it's been consistent all the way through, sometimes there may be some truth to it. So, but like I said, when we talk about these rumors, these leaks, always take them for a grain of salt, and I'm constantly going to keep repeating that. So we're going to be talking about Soul Calibur because it seems as though that we may be getting the Soul Calibur 6. We have the Video Game Awards coming up, and we have the PlayStation Experience, and there's been some rumors going around that Namco Bandai, or Bandai Namco, will have some announcements concerning a few titles. But in this video, we're going to talk about Soul Calibur. So we can go over to Shuriken.com, and I'll make sure to post the article so you guys can read it for yourself. So it seems like at Shuriken, there's a forum called 8-Way Run Forums, and there's been this guy there who made some leaks, and he also made some leaks down over in Reddit as well. That he has some information concerning a new Soul Calibur game. Excuse me. So it seems like his name is Vergabin or Vergabin. He says, in quotes, and because Shuriken.com took the words for verbatim of what he said and put it on their site. So it says, believe what you want, but Soul Calibur 6 is real, and you will see it soon enough. I even have information about it that I have been advised to under no circumstances leak. It will dwindle down who is releasing the information to a select few if I did. What I can say that I am allowed to, that I haven't yet, is that there will be a huge focus on story elements, and which I find interesting is because Soul Calibur 5 had a story mode, and it seemed like they were trying to go to the story route and, you know, develop the characters much more. And plus Tekken 7 have its own story mode and stuff, so I can see them taking that same trend and then carrying it over to Tekken 6 if it is true. Now, and the game was still in the motion capture stage even back in May of this year. The game's very behind schedule ever since the delay last year due to their moveset / style switching mechanic not working out like they wanted it to. So it seemed like in this game, if true, that they wanted to go with a moveset or style switching type of gameplay mechanic, which I think it would give the Soul Calibur franchise a breath of fresh air. We had to change, you know, your gameplay style up, your stances and stuff. So I think it will make the game much more in depth and much more intricate. And I'll be very welcome to that if, you know, if this is true and if it happened to work out. But like I said recently, they did retain this idea in a certain capacity. However, you will understand what I mean by this eventually. So it looks like they had a hard time putting together this moveset style switching type of mechanic. So they probably start over again from scratch, break it apart, but they took some elements left from it and implemented it into some different ways, which we'll see if they happen to reveal this game sometime down the line. So he said, I wish I could say more, but for now, everything I have said about it is what I am allowed to. I keep being told it is being revealed very soon in December. So regardless of if they do it at TGA or PSX, it's happening next month. Now, I was told it more often than likely would not be on display and playable for a little while longer yet though. So, Vergabin claims to have knowledge of 7 confirmed playable characters, which are Killick, 2 other returning fighters, and 4 new fighters. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Discussion of possible guest characters now include Fire Emblem characters, in addition to The Legend of Zelda's Link. But surely that will be a Switch exclusive if true, meaning a repeat of platform exclusive guest characters like some of the previous titles. This new title is expected for the PlayStation 4, PC, and Nintendo Switch, while the Xbox One isn't completely ruled out apparently. So you definitely have to wait and see if this information happens to be true. Now, the thing that's interesting is that Namco, or Bandai Namco, is on this rush of implementing guest characters, and maybe I want to do a separate video talking about guest characters in crossovers or in fighting games, or just in games in general, and how it impacts and affects the community overall to its particular fan base and to the particular game. But it's interesting to see that if it is true that they want to implement Fire Emblem characters in Link from The Legend of Zelda. Now, we had Link before in Soul Calibur 2 on the Nintendo GameCube, which I think is the best version. Excuse my bias, but I liked the Link in Soul Calibur 2. I thought he was pretty awesome and pretty stupidly good in some ways, in some aspects. And then now we have Fire Emblem. I would love to see how well Fire Emblem characters would translate in Soul Calibur, and I think Fire Emblem characters fits perfectly in a weapon-based game such as Soul Calibur. So I can't wait to see what characters they would implement. Maybe Marth, Ike, or Lucina, or Roy. There's a ton of characters they can definitely choose from. That's pretty unique. That could be pretty unique in terms of gameplay for Soul Calibur 6, if this all happens to be true. Remember, grain of salt. But as far as guest characters concerned, if you look back at Tekken 7 right now, it seemed like they may be taking, copy and pasting some ideas. I mean, as far as not with the gameplay mechanics, but as far as story is concerned, how they're going to release characters and everything, it seemed like they may copy and paste over to Soul Calibur 6 if Soul Calibur 6 becomes an actual reality. And the thing is, right now the Tekken 7 community is like really upset as far as how they're handling the game right now in terms of DLC, with how slow they're pumping out these DLC and everything, and also the lack of the returning veteran characters. So a lot of people appreciate the guest characters, but at the same time would much rather have some of the veteran characters return and making it first before adding more guest characters to the game. So they pretty much have to be careful how they tread this if Soul Calibur 6 actually becomes a reality, because we need to have a balance between guest characters and a balance between returning characters. Because a lot of fans put a lot of time, put a lot of effort in growing with these characters, just for their characters to not have some form of representation somewhere, and they would have to move on to other characters and stuff. So I definitely want to see how that's going to work out. And also the Nintendo Switch version, it looks like that Nintendo is it just confirms and proves, if it is true, that third-party support is growing and is getting very strong for the Nintendo Switch, and getting very strong with Nintendo in general. And I would love to see this trend continue with Nintendo, with this third-party support is growing strong. And now you're able to not only play it on your television, but imagine playing Soul Calibur, portable. You can play it, you can carry it on the go anywhere you want to be. So I definitely want to see how that definitely going to play out on Nintendo's end. Now, what I'm definitely surprised about is if we don't see Xbox One version of Soul Calibur 6. I think that'd be pretty disappointing, because when Soul Calibur 4 was released, I definitely had that for the Xbox 360. I just love the Xbox 360 controller when it came to my fighting games and stuff like that. So now we got the Xbox One, and we still don't know if this is true or not, that if Xbox is going to even have a Soul Calibur 6. And it seems like Microsoft really dropped the ball this generation. It seemed like a lot of fighting games, or a lot of Japanese developers, are just not supporting the Xbox One at all. And it just seemed like now this Nintendo Switch became relevant again. So it seemed like all their efforts are going to the PlayStation 4 and the Nintendo Switch, and Xbox One is getting left out in the cold. And I kind of feel bad for the Microsoft player base if they don't have the opportunity to get a chance to play Soul Calibur 6, but we have to wait and see. As far as crossplay is concerned, I would love to see if they do have crossplay. Maybe the the PC, Xbox One, if Xbox One does it have a release, and the Nintendo Switch have all three platforms have a yeah, all three platforms will have pretty much the you know, be able to play each other. So it would help. It will also help the game's life because you'll always have some matches to be able to play online and everything from all three platforms. So I think that would be a good idea if they have a crossplay. I think crossplay is very important. I didn't realize how much crossplay is important until I looked at Street Fighter 5 with the PC and the PS4 and a couple other games that has crossplay, and I think it's very important that they should have that. So what do you guys think? I want to know what your opinions is on this. The style switching sounds very interesting. I would definitely love to see how they would implement that if this is true. Should they have supers in this game again? I don't know. I don't think the supers was necessary in the Soul Calibur game. You know, it was the best the way it was, just pure weapon based, and I don't think we need mechanics like that. But if they do implement that, I wonder how they would tweak it or make it or improve on that gameplay mechanic. But I want to hear your thoughts. Are you excited if they are going to do a Soul Calibur 6? And if this is true, we know, like, we're getting bombarded with more fighting games. This is more fighting games to play. And I will make a separate video talking about just we getting a barrage of fighting games. So I'm not going to go into deep details. But what characters would you love to see in Soul Calibur 6? What characters would you like to see return in Soul Calibur 6? Or what new ideas for characters would you love to see for new characters in Soul Calibur 6? And do you think a story mode will be important for a game such as Soul Calibur? Do you think story mode is just necessary, period, for fighting games overall? So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And that pretty much wraps everything up. You guys have a good day, and remember my streaming schedules for the rest of this week. This is MugenLord, and I am signing off. See you later, Game Fiends. Peace out.